Today, a phone bill skimming scheme hiding behind fake CAPTCHAs, a threat actor blending Teams, S3, and custom malware, a wave of malicious VS Code extensions, the remediation crunch created by AI-driven vulnerability discovery, and a confirmed breach at a home security giant. Welcome to your operational cybersecurity briefing. I'll walk through what happened, why it matters, and what defenders can do right now to reduce exposure. First, the fake CAPTCHA IRSF scam tied to at least 120 CAPTCHA campaigns. Researchers detail a telecom fraud operation that uses bogus CAPTCHA pages to trick users into sending international text messages. Those texts accrue premium charges on victims' mobile bills, funneling revenue to actors who lease the destination numbers. The headline also links this infrastructure to broader SMS and crypto fraud. This matters because IRSF monetization relies on normal user behavior, is hard for victims to dispute, and can slip past enterprise controls when personal devices are in play. Defenders should educate users to avoid SMS prompts from web pages, block or monitor international and premium SMS from corporate-managed devices, and work with carriers to alert on anomalous cross-border messaging tied to recent browsing activity. Next, UNC6692 combines social engineering, malware, and cloud abuse. A newly identified threat actor is using Microsoft Teams as a lure channel, staging payloads in AWS S3 and delivering a custom Snow family of malware in a multi-pronged campaign. It's a continuation of a broader trend, abusing trusted collaboration and cloud storage to bypass filters and blend in with normal traffic. This matters because Teams messages and S3-hosted content enjoy user trust and often weaker inspection, giving adversaries a reliable path to initial access and post-exploitation staging. Defenders should restrict or closely monitor external Teams communications, add URL detonation and file inspection to collaboration workflows, enforce least privilege and detailed access logging on S3, and baseline egress to flag unusual communication patterns consistent with custom malware beacons. Third, 73 fake VS Code extensions delivering Glassworm v2. Investigators uncovered dozens of cloned extensions on the OpenVSX repository, tied to a persistent information stealing operation. 6 of the 73 have been confirmed malicious. The remainder are clones and under scrutiny. The goal is developer compromise at scale by writing the normal extension install and update flow. This matters because a poisoned developer workstation can leak credentials, tokens, and source code, and introduce supply chain risk into downstream builds. Defenders should immediately inventory extensions in all developer environments, remove anything from unknown or recently created publishers, and enforce strict version control on all extensions. Finally, confirmed breach at a home security giant. Attackers gained access to sensitive customer records and internal systems. This matters because the breach highlights vulnerabilities in IoT infrastructure and the potential impact on consumer privacy. Defenders should patch and monitor IoT devices, enforce strong authentication and access controls, and segment networks to limit lateral movement. This wave of threats underscores why defenders need comprehensive, proactive monitoring and rapid response capabilities. And enforce an allow list-based policy for IDE add-ons. Mirror and verify extension packages. Disable auto-install from untrusted marketplaces, and harden dev boxes with least privilege and secrets isolation to reduce blast radius. Fourth, AI changed the math on vulnerability discovery, but remediation capacity is lagging. Early reporting on a cybersecurity-focused AI preview suggests it can surface vulnerabilities at scale, prompting questions about how quickly organizations can validate, prioritize, and fix what it finds. The conversation has centered on discovery, while many teams lack the processes to absorb a surge in findings without drowning in noise. This matters because faster discovery without proportional triage and patching only increases backlog, alert fatigue, and potential liability if exploitable issues remain unfixed. Defenders should prepare now, stand up intake workflows that deduplicate and normalize findings, tie them to asset context, and apply risk-based prioritization. Automate ticketing to development and ops, pre-approve change windows for common fixes, and measure time to validate and time to remediate, so capacity investments track with discovery speed. Finally, the ADT data breach impacting 5.5 million people. An extortion group claims to have stolen personal information after breaching the company's systems earlier this month, and a breach notification service reports the data is circulating. This is a confirmed exposure event with customer-scale impact. It matters because personal data fuels targeted phishing and account takeover attempts, and organizations that integrate with the vendor may face downstream risk. Defenders should treat related emails, texts, and calls referencing home security accounts as high risk, enforce multi-factor authentication wherever possible, and review access to any shared portals or APIs with the vendor. If you're an affected organization, activate your third-party risk playbook, rotate credentials tied to vendor access, and monitor for anomalous activity that aligns with customer profiling or social engineering. That's the roundup. If this helped you operationalize the week's risks, subscribe, share it with your incident response and IT ops teams, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next briefing. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.